Good afternoon, y'all. Today is Friday, May 4th. So, for all of my Star Wars fans out there, may the 4th be with y'all. It's a great day. It's super clear in the skies again. It almost kind of feels like the calm before the storm, I want to say. And not even in the sense of like a bad storm, like a storm that like we're not looking forward to, a storm that's gonna ruin things. I feel it more as like the storm that's gonna come through and like change everything. That's gonna like wipe everything clean and like really let us on to like our newest like path in our journey. Um, I guess I'll just jump into it. I really say that because what we got for the positive energies was the Fool card, backed and supported by the Two of Wands. So yeah, I definitely feel like we're feeling, not even to say new, but like we're just so ready to like go on this new journey. Like feeling very philosophical, I feel like today. Especially like when I see this Two of Wands, whenever I see this Two of Wands, I always notice how it has like the world in its hand and it's kind of looking out into like the ocean or lake or wherever it is, whatever water body it's looking onto. But they're looking onto, bigger, brighter pastures, expansive horizons, I feel. And I mean, that is all that the Fool is about. The Fool can go either way with being, too foolish or being, naive enough to be able or be willing to not always be concerned with the destination and just, being down for the journey, being down for the ride. I noticed, the two staffs, and I really feel like, he's just kind of taking a look, almost like when you come up on a hill and you're at the peak and you're about to go down, but you're at the peak and you're just seeing like everything that you're about to embark on. When you're looking down and you see everything down in the valley and you're like, oh, it's a beautiful view, and you're just like, getting ready to go down into the hustle and bustle of that valley. Like that's kind of the feeling I get when I look at these cards. They're both, looking upon the horizon. So when we get into our supposed negative, I believe it was the Ten of Pentacles, backed by the Magician and the Five of Wands. So I feel that we're wanting to come into some amount of personal power. But we're needing to, I see this almost as like an upside down card. Or not even upside down, but I see this as like having to complete something. Completing some sort of cycle, some physical cycle here on Earth. The Pentacles is, the physical, the tangible. And, this is normally a very good card. So anytime it comes up in a negative for me, I feel like it's either a completion of something that has to be let go, or I feel like it's I don't see it almost as like the Tower card, like the complete destruction of something. This Five of Wands, I feel, is maybe quarrels and disagreements with people in your life. With this Ten of Pentacles, with the Five of Wands, maybe these are like family issues that are needing to be resolved. And not even necessarily just blood family. These could even be, soulmates, karmic connections that have to be, resolved, that have to, I believe when we come down here and we're in these, little bodies on earth and we're here, clearing karma, I personally feel like, everyone we meet, you know, everyone we have these interactions with, we're connected to in some karmic sense. And, you know, I feel like we're having to go through the struggle of taking back our personal power in these fights, in these quarrels, in these struggles that we have to, you know, these cycles that we've got to complete. So for what I have with the ways we can work with both of these energies, you know, to, I guess, create our best day is what I put in layman's terms, or, you know, try to anchor our highest timeline if you want to get into like quantum physics and stuff. But anyway, so what we have is the Four of Swords with, oh, here it is, with the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Chariot. So for me, this Chariot definitely goes back to having to get that personal power, having to get that strong control, that strong command to be able to do what it is that you want to do, to take control. I feel these, I mean, they're two fours. So both of these fours, the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. So this is, you know, almost like the Hermit card and just split into two cards for me, you know, of being, you know, by yourself mentally and emotionally, like just kind of, yeah, going kind of within, spending time with your emotions, spending time with your mental. And getting that like settled, not just settled, but, you know, really spending time maybe meditating. Not even maybe, like this is a definite like suggestion to meditate. So I mean, every day I would suggest people meditate, but definitely today feels like a day to spend time with yourself, to try and really to really understand your thoughts and emotions, and to really feel them and think them through, maybe, you know. And not just that, but when you do get to the point of thinking them through, I really feel like this Two of Cups is here to, you know, soothe these quarrels here with the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. I feel like with these cycles that you're having to complete, you know, you're going to have to, you know, meet people eye to eye. You're going to have to, you guys are going to have to, you know, exchange those emotions, you know. It is a cup card, but I really get the sense of having to talk it out, you know. Once you've really got it sorted, and once you've feel like you've gotten a sense of your power, you've gotten, you know, not even a sense of your power, but you've gotten control of your mind and your emotions. You've got them all in control, you've got them reined in, and you understand. So that you're able to make those emotional connections. And then those emotional exchanges that you need to do, or not even need to do, but those emotional exchanges that, you know, have to take place. Let me just pull a conclusion card just because I'm feeling like it. I'd like to pull a conclusion card for the collective for today, May 4th, this Friday. Only thing I hate about having my cards in the sun, I've only been out here for 10 minutes, and my cards start to like curl up in the sun. I don't know if you guys can like tell. Alright. Oh, okay. So I've got two cards. This was actually the card that was on the bottom of the deck before I even shuffled, so I feel like it's important that this card came back out. So King of Wands is definitely like gives me Emperor vibes, you know. They're in control of their destiny. I feel like that's the word that came to my mind before I want to just say like they're in control of their power, but they're like in control of their destiny. They're focused. They're ready to, you know, go about, you know, whatever it is, you know, that they want to go after, whatever it is that they aspire to do. They're confident, you know. They're confident, they're passionate, they're, you know, they've got the drive to do what has to be done, to get something started. Like, all I notice is all these, like, geckos. I feel like I need to look up what that means. But, the other card that fell was the Ace of Cups. So, with all of these, I mean, I won't say all. We had two cup cards. But I feel like these cup cards are definitely speaking of an emotional renewal. An emotional, but, like, not just relationships, but this feels spiritual, you know. This feels like a refilling of, like, your spiritual, like, drive. You know, the fire is also, you know, of a spiritual energy, the passionate energy, the, you know, the fire, the will to do something. And so with this Ace of Cups, yeah, it feels like, you know, kind of filling up your cup, you know, your emotions. Especially when we look back to the fact that we had the swords and the cups. So I feel like, you know, this, in camera, you see this cup here, and I feel like, you know, this is kind of us, you know, in meditative thought, and, you know, we're going to be filled. You know, a sense of an emotional renewal. And not even like a new flame, but like a grown, mature flame that's ready to embark, the same way that the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is almost like, you know, the page, or like he's kind of like the prince, you know, when he's first starting on his journey, and now when he's kind of like there, but he's still got that power, that drive. It's, yeah, I really feel like we're just coming into our power. I feel like that magician, we have the magician and the chariot. So I feel like this is all about personal power. This is all about sovereignty, you know? And I mean, I've been feeling that kind of heavy this past week, that message of people having to, you know, taking their sovereignty back. And I'm not talking just, you know, in the tangible way. Because I know it's been controversial, the whole Kanye thing. And I'm not even going to go into it because there's, I feel like Kanye could have put it in a better way that people could have understood. But I feel like he purposely he said things that were triggering purposefully. I feel like I'm not even gonna go into it, y'all, because this would just end up being a whole ass other tangent. So I'm not even gonna go into it. But just know, Geminis are magicians. Their magic just isn't. Our magic is with the words and the thoughts. So it's. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Tap into your inner magician today, y'all. If you're willing to, you know, if you're willing to let go of conventional thought. That's also the thing that I get with the Ten of Pentacles and the Fool. It just came to me. With this being in the challenge position, wow, garbage man right now. Give me a second, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna just try to keep going because it drove by most of the way. And I'm just low-key getting a little impatient. I just kind of want to get it out there. So, I hope y'all can hear me. If you can't, I do apologize. But, the Ten of Pentacles even speaks to me of conventionality. Of, like, doing what the status quo tells you to do. Sorry again, y'all. Just so many interruptions. Wow, and airplanes. Alright, I'm gonna just take this as a sign. I just gotta let these people wait. Give me a sec, y'all. Alright, I am so sorry, y'all. All that interference, I low-key peep it, though. So I feel like... I feel like what I'm about to say is a little... It's not even controversial, but anyway, let me stop being all, scorpionic about it and all super conspiracy theory about things. Anyway, Ten of Pentacles for me speaks of like conventionality, of like not necessarily doing what everyone told you to do, but it speaks of to me of like following the supposed like American dream. Like you got your your family, you've got like your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever with your like 2.5 kids, you got your dog, you got your like white picket fence. Like it just speaks to me of like the status quo, the norm, and having to let that crumble, having to let that idea of normal, that idea of like what you're supposed to be aspiring to, letting that crumble and letting a whole new, not even just perspective, because that's the light way of putting it. Like, this is a whole new life, whole new journey, whole new perspective on, like, everything. And realizing, yo, that wasn't even what I actually wanted. Maybe, because I'm not even going to sit here and be like, that's not what some people want. Maybe, or maybe you got that and realizing, yo, this isn't even like this isn't even the top, this isn't even the peak of happiness, of what I can achieve, of what, I can have. Let me just go through these cards one more time because I feel like I'm just like channeling a lot today. So yeah, I think that's it, y'all. So yeah, take advantage of today. Take advantage of today to be able to tap into your personal power, to seek, to dig deeper. So maybe you want, that nice car, or that, that supposed high-paying job. But why? And for what? Why? What's the deeper meaning? That Four of Cups card where he's sitting, with his arms folded, and the divine is handing him this cup. It's almost like, so what if you got your wishes fulfilled? What if you got what you wanted? Funny as I say that. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. Yeah, what if you did get that? What if you got what you wanted? Would it even make you happy? I feel like you're realizing it, it's... Life is so much deeper than, going to school and getting a job and consuming and dying. So, yeah, this was a little bit longer, but honestly, I'm not even going to apologize, because I feel like some messages came out today that I feel like were necessary. Even if there was, a lot of background noise and whatnot, I'm still very appreciative, if you've watched this all the way through. So, yeah, I do hope you have a blessed Friday and that you're able to really tap in, Without further ado, I send you my love. I love you so much. And I hope you have a great one, y'all. Bye.